Hello, all. Welcome to Morning Minutes for Saturday, March 22nd, 2025. Today, our topic is the foolish things. In the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 23, it says, "The steps of man are established by the Lord, and he delights in his way." In the same way that the consequences of sin are bound up in God's perfect creation, the result of his perfect love is always bound up with who he is. There is no separation. God is always faithful. His abundance is bound up in his nature, his goodness and his character in the way he loves us. Even and especially at the darkest and lowest we'll ever go, Jesus' power is by grace made manifest in total weakness. Have you ever just sat and wondered, why, God? I bet, like me, that's a question you ask frequently if you're in any sort of intimate relationship with him. At any rate, the answer, though clear, is rarely a simple one. For example, it's easy to say that if a clay jar impacts an immovable force, it shatters. Ergo, your actions determine your circumstances. God was, is, and ever will be good, no matter how we feel about the order of things. But try to wrap your head around the truth that God is in every way actively loving us while we're suffering deeply, and that's quite another matter. Let's start here in the book of Romans chapter 8, verse 28, that says, "And we know that God causes all things to work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose." Who's called according to his purpose? A select few? The chosen? The privileged? The kings and priests of the world? The answer to all is yes, emphatically. Only not the way you think. All are called because all are privileged, chosen, selected kings and priests. How do we know? Because God says it many times throughout Scripture and in many different ways. The book of Philippians chapter 2 verse 13 says, "For it is God who is at work in you, both to will and to work for his good pleasure." It pleases God that the world would bear witness to his authority, headship, and yes, his goodness through the least conspicuous of all of us, the most broken of all of us. The Apostle Paul lays it out here perfectly in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 25 through 29. It says, "Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. For consider your calling, brothers and sisters, that there were not many wise according to the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble. But God has chosen the foolish things of the world to shame the wise, and God has chosen the weak things of the world to shame the things which are strong, and the base things of the world and the despised God has chosen. He's chosen the things that are not, so that he may nullify the things that are, so that no man may boast before God." Wow, what a revelation. So you see, in the silent places, the deepest, most passionate places, God speaks. In those places, the dead are raised, the sick are healed, the deaf hear, the blind see, and the lame leap like deer. In those places, our ideas about who God is fall miserably short. In those places, God turns our hearts inside out and puts his esteem in the place of our shame. In those places, all things are possible because God. So the scripture I'll leave you with today is from Jesus himself in the book of Matthew chapter 19, verse 26, where he says, "With people, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible." So remember at all times that God does not see as the world sees. Rejoice in your brokenness. Take pride in being his foolish things. You are precious to him and loved beyond imagining. Rejoice in your brokenness, knowing that the master potter has even now remade you through Jesus into a vessel he will use. So take that out into the world and be a foolish thing. And as always, make today a great one.